The Ink and Paint Club podcast is intended for mature audiences. I know we're usually talking about kids' cartoons and stuff, but there's going to be naughty language. Anyway, listener discretion is advised. Kyle's one of the school toughs.
I guess you do dress like the bully in every Disney Channel original TV movie.
Kyle is Roger Klotz.
Yeah.
Kyle, for Halloween, just paint yourself green and you got a Halloween costume.
He does have red hair.
I was about to say, you're halfway there.
You just go around calling people Skeet Face and it'll be in character.
Hey, funny.
What do you know, Skeet Face?
You're listening to the Ink and Paint Club podcast, your weekly home for animation reviews and discussions.
Hey everybody! Welcome to the Ink and Paint Club podcast. My name is JD, and we've got a full house tonight. Joining me, as always, is Kyle.
Yo, am I supposed to have headphones on or something?
I mean, I prefer you to.
Is my mic supposed to be plugged in?
Also, is Matt.
Hi, it's me. I'm a little bit older.
Yeah.
Since the last time.
Yeah, and he hasn't been here for a while, but Dustin's back.
Hey, I got a question for everybody. Are you ready to rock?
I might need a minute.
Yeah.
But
I'm ready to rock, Dustin.
Well, I'm glad somebody is.
But we want to thank you everybody for listening and tuning into our monumentous 200th episode. Woo! Yeah.
Haven't we already passed 200 episodes a long time ago?
Technically, but by the weird numbering system that I fucked up a long time ago, it's 200 now. We're like in 230, 40 something.
It's our 200th episode.
Yeah. What are semantics?
I can't believe I've been here for all 200 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Matt and Dustin have actually just been sitting quietly in the corner in the episodes you don't hear them on.
Yeah,
Sometimes
we're just sitting there.
Don't got much to say.
Yeah, we're just taking notes and we're just like, making sure that everything's
studying.
Yeah, we're just studying your techniques.
Biding your time.
Yeah.
I don't like taking the glory away from my good friends.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate that. For this monumentous occasion, we are going to be doing another round of animated music videos. I think it's been about a year since we did the last one, maybe like a year and a half. So,
boy, are we really scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Not even a little bit.
No, there's some quality stuff in here.
We got great stuff for you guys today.
But before we get started, I just want to remind everybody that you can follow our show on both our Facebook and Twitter pages, as well as join our Discord if you'd like to talk to us. And if you're not already, you can find our show on pretty much every major streaming platform, the links for which are going to be in the description of each episode, so you can always find all of that there. Come hang out with us.
If you join the Discord, you get exclusive access to Uncle Dustin's Questions Corner, where you can ask Uncle Dustin any question you want.
You got to turn your whole computer upside down for the answer, though.
Yeah.
You physically can't do this. You can't just flip the screen.
No, the whole tower. You got to shake the answer out.
It's like a jumble.
Yeah, I'm not just going to give you the answers you seek for free.
Yeah, there's a price you have to pay, and it's heavy.
You have to prove
it's as heavy as a computer tower.
We're pretty much just gonna go around in a circle, talk about a video, and do that until we get through all the videos that we have planned to talk about. But because Dustin hasn't been here in God knows how long, I figure we could start with him if that's okay.
It's not, but okay, we can.
Way to put him on the spot.
Hey man, you got to be prepared. Gird your loins.
Jumpin' Jack Flash. Where do I even begin? Well, why don't we begin with... So this music video is a little bit of an obscure one. I don't know if anybody here's heard of it, but Clint Eastwood by the Gorillaz. Anyone?
It sounds familiar.
No, it's it's on the tip of my tongue, but no.
It aired once or twice on television.
I thought it was a fever dream, honestly.
Yeah. Real talk, though. I mean, God, was this not like the first music video that we all saw from the Gorillaz?
Yeah.
Actually, no.
What was your first?
I might have talked about this on a previous podcast, but I'll reiterate it here. Feel Good Inc. was the first video of the Gorillaz. That was the first time I'd even heard of them. And strangely enough, I looked it up because it was on one of those now that's what I call music compilation commercials.
Oh, sure.
And it just showed like this 2-second clip of Feel Good Inc. And I'm like, the fuck is that? So
JD was listening to his new CD of Kids Bop that his mom had just brought home for him, and it had Feel Good Inc. on it.
I'm offended, good sir. Kids Bop can fuck right off is what it can do.
Fuck right off into my CD player, that is.
What about you, Kyle? Was this your first Gorillaz video too, or was it something else?
Yeah, I think so. I saw it at they don't even have them anymore. Virgin Megastores.
Oh wow! I think because when this aired on TV, they actually set aside time like on Toonami for it.
Well, It originally aired on MTV. I first saw it on MTV.
Right. Oh, okay.
At like 5 a.m. Just on a random day, I was just up at 5 a.m. I turned on MTV and I was like, oh, okay, I'll just put this on. And then Gorillaz Clint Eastwood was on, and I was like, whoa,
yeah. No, but, that's a pretty fair reaction.
So I forgot about it for a while. I didn't know what it was called. I was just kind of like, what was that? That was cool. I don't know what it was. And then I just heard it. I was in my friend's car one day. Well, not my friend's car. It was their parents' car. And that song came up on the radio, and I was like, that's the song! That's the song I know! And then I figured out who it was, and that was that.
Yeah, I remember like some morning, like I think it was like in the summer, I was hanging out like my grandma's house, and I was just flicking around television, and yeah, just like I must have caught it like in the middle or something, and I was just like blown away because like, of course, there's been like other animated music videos out there, but like the style of this one was just like so unlike anything else I'd seen before. It was just like, yeah, mind blowing. It's like, I mean, it's clear to see why this is the one that like shot them up, the fucking popularity. Because I mean, they only had like Tomorrow Comes Today as a music video before this. I'm not even sure if that one got that much play.
Tomorrow Comes Today was their first one, and it was a very like small scale music video. Like the only animation in it was like 2D's mouth, and the rest was just like
static poses kind of floating around like the DVD logo bouncing off the yeah. Because then after this would have been 192000.
Now after this, I think was Clint Eastwood, then 192000, then Rock the House.
Right. That's yeah.
And that's kind of the main reason I picked this video. Just a warning, not all of these videos, but most of the videos I picked for this episode, I mostly picked so I could talk about something else related to them.
Well, that's fair. I mean, we associate, certain things with other things sometimes, and that kind of influences our kind of how we what's the word I'm thinking of? How we positively kind of remember things.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, what else can be said about this video that hasn't been said already by everyone ever?
Well, especially because, I mean, this is the first animated music video episode I've been on. But I mean, you've talked about 2 other Gorillaz videos before too. So I mean, there's only so much you can say about like, Gorillaz at this point. I mean, because God, we're 5 albums in now?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
But I mean, the thing is, even with all the phases that pass, like the style just keeps on evolving and stuff. So it's like interesting to compare to see like where they came from, like with this video.
Yeah, and that's the reason why I picked this one. So in the past episodes, what videos did we talk about on the past ones? I know I picked on Melancholy Hill before,
and we talked about Melancholy Hill and Feel Good Inc.
And we also did Saturn's Bars, right?
Yeah, you did.
Okay. Yeah, and those are all great. I'm very surprised. Did I pick all 3 of those?
I don't remember. I don't have the
I don't remember either.
That sounds about right. That was partly the reason why I didn't pick a Gorillaz video for mine, because I just figured, I know Dustin's got that covered.
Yeah, I guess I'll just make that my thing if we do another one.
Dustin will always just bring up Gorillas.
Don't worry, everyone. I got the Gorillas bit covered. But no, the reason I picked Clint Eastwood is not only would I say it's their biggest video. Well, I don't know. It's either this or Feel Good Inc.
I feel like Feel Good Inc. It probably
yeah,
edges
Feel
out
Good
a
Inc.
little
probably
bit.
surpassed this.
Yeah,
I feel this probably like got them noticed, but Feel Good Inc. is what like got them into the mainstream.
yeah.
This was their first super big one, but not their top biggest one.
Yeah.
But the reason I brought it up is because of the art style. The art style for this whole phase is my favorite Gorillaz has ever looked. And, I think it always looks wonderful. It always looks super good. I just kind of, resonate more with the phase 1 art a little, with its thick, solid outlines and solid colors.
Yeah, we did a whole like a big watch party of this before we recorded, and like it kind of reminded me that I do miss thick outlined, simpler colors, Gorillaz era.
I feel like that was just very maybe symbolic's not really the word, but just a lot of that early 2000s design sensibility.
Yeah.
It kind of had that same exact thing going on, so it makes sense that as Gorillaz would go on, it would kind of evolve out of that. And like I was mentioning when we were watching the video, every phase it's gotten like closer and closer to like what a Jamie Hewlett's art style would look like, kind of moving, because like we're starting to get into this like this area with like the machine bites. Is that the thing they're doing right now?
Song Machine.
The Song Machine. Yeah. And like now we have like more Gorillaz per project than ever in the current phase.
I almost picked one of the Song Machine songs. I don't know if you guys have been watching those, but Désolé, I was this close to going with, but then I thought,
I've been saving myself on those. I actually haven't listened or watched any of those. I kind of wanted to wait until they're all out, and then because it's like it's like when an actual like Gorillaz album comes out, you kind of want to, well, at least in my case, I want to listen to it like start front to back, and then kind of like let it ruminate a bit. So the same thing with the videos as well. But I mean, I've seen bits from it here and there, and I mean, they look, it's Gorillaz. It's always going to be, fantastic.
Yeah, they're great so far. But yeah, the way I would describe it is phase 1 Gorillaz stuff looks more like a cartoon, while later stuff looks more like illustration.
Yeah.
And it's all good, but, I just kind of prefer the original stuff. It's like, I don't know how many of you are familiar with the recent Rayman game, but
what, Legends?
Yeah, Origins and Legends.
Yeah.
So Legends has a more painted looking style to it, but I kind of prefer how Origins looks because the characters look more like solid cartoon characters.
Right.
Just a personal taste thing, because the others, I would say, arguably the later stuff is better, but this is what I gravitate more towards. And it's weird because this whole first album I did not like that much when it first came out. Only in like recent years I was like, oh wait, no, this is actually super amazing and super good.
Yeah, you've always been a Plastic Beach man, huh?
Plastic Beach is my favorite, yes.
Right.
You got me pegged.
Their first album.
Well, okay, so I think we established in the last time we did one of these things is that Dustin likes phase 1, I like phase 2, and Kyle likes phase 3. So Matt, where do you stand?
Oh,
you got one left.
Oh boy. Honestly, though, as far as like the albums go, I mean, I feel like we should do like an actual show centered specifically around Gorillaz sometime, because like there's just there's so much to talk about. But like, I won't say specifically what phase I like. I will say that I did prefer Humans over the Now.
Oh, spicy take.
I listened like when Humans came out, I must have listened to that like 10, maybe not like in a row, but like God, it was like the only thing I was listening to for like 2 weeks, and like I really enjoyed it.
That's not a take I agree with, but I need to sit down and listen to it again.
Yeah, that's why I said it's a controversial opinion, I know, but and that's not to say that I don't like the Now. There's great stuff on there, but I feel like And I think a lot of people share this sentiment. I think between Humans and the Now, if you kind of mixed and matched, you'd get like a Gorillaz album that's more in tone with the other phases.
I agree.
It feels like they lean like more towards like one direction on Humans, and then they lean towards a complete other direction for Now.
The Now is more like solo stuff, not a lot of guest stars, and then Humans is like almost all guest stars, Damon kind of taking a back seat for a big chunk of it.
Which is very like sort of I'm using that word again, symbolic. It's very it's just a very Gorillaz thing to do, is the collaboration, because that's like a lot of their most well-known stuff is for that. Anyway, we're kind of going off a tangent here. Like I said, look out for a future Gorillaz episode specifically.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get to it sometime.
Yeah, because we've got like 16 other videos to talk about.
We sure do.
But anyway, Clint Eastwood's fucking a classic.
Yeah, the song is great. The video is great. I love the part. My favorite part of the video is the silhouette shot of Murdoch running away from the zombie gorillas, and they're like moving to the beat with their arms in the air. That's such a cool visual.
I always just really dug that shot of a 2D from the side, like with his like in profile, and like most of them's like in shadow, and you can see like his eyes and his mouth, kind of like
the iconic 2D shot.
Yeah,
I honestly kind of like just anything to do with the zombie gorillas, like after they rise and all that stuff, because I liked how they're kind of like colored and shaded a lot differently than the band is.
Yeah.
And they're like really fluidly animated, like when they do their like weird little dance. I don't know. I really like that.
They have dark blue fur, which I like.
That's what really stood out for me. Watching it again, I'm like, this doesn't really look too much like Hewitt's art for the monkeys.
Yeah, it feels like if Hewlett's art was simplified into a cartoon. Because like I still get Hewlett vibes from it, but it's definitely different from how his art is now.
Yeah, his this style was so good they made a shitload of Kid Robot figures out of them, and
yeah,
boy,
I wish
are those
I had
worth a shitload of money.
Yeah. I wish they weren't, so I could get them.
Do a reissue, you cowards.
You cowards.
Don't make me pay for like a 2D lamp that's like $700. I don't know if it's actually that much, but it's the one of him from I think from Trans.
Mm-hmm. His eyes light up.
Yeah.
That's a cool idea.
It does look cool, but
he's $80.
That's much less.
I added it 0 and I went a little low with the first number, but
that's okay, Matt. We all make mistakes. We're only human.
You get what I mean. Humans.
We're only humans.
Humans.
Oh my god.
Anyway, we should probably move on to the next video.
Yes. Matt, why don't you go ahead, since this is your first episode, why don't you go ahead next?
Knock us out.
Oh, sure. Okay, let's in the interest of talking about classics, we were mentioning how it was kind of incredible that you guys hadn't covered this on the show already, but let's go with Move Your Feet by Junior Senior.
Yes. When you said when you put this on the list, I'm like, I'm pretty sure we talked about it before, because it's like, how have we not? But yeah, you were right.
I love Pitfall.
Yeah, no, it's a forever jam. It's like, it's one of the songs that because like the ringtone on my phone, I change it out like almost every day, but like that's the one I keep on coming back to just because it's such like a good feel good song. Like I've always really enjoyed the actual song itself, but also the videos just because this was back before like there was a lot of like sprite animated music videos, or not like, these aren't like pixel animated music videos,
right?
Mm-hmm.
So like it was really uncommon to see, and so to see it on display here and to see how fluid a lot of the movement in it, it's just like really neat.
Yeah,
and plus it's just really bouncy. It's like really colorful. It's like has a lot of good like visual gags in there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
very colorful and happy.
Yeah, and the sprite or the pixel animation is really fluid.
It's very simple, but it animates very well.
Exactly. Yeah.
Honestly, I would say as far as like pixel or sprite based stuff, I mean, I would say this is like the most iconic of those. But I think like there's that video by the was it Goldfish? That's like probably like
Goldfish
I was
does a
gonna
great
say
one.
That one's probably like a lot more popular, but I mean, this one is like kind of, not the the originator of all that, but like it's definitely one of the earliest exampmples that I can think of.
I might say this one's more iconic. I mean, it has 52 million views.
Is it really? I don't know. I kind of feel like whenever I see a lot of people talking about like animated music videos and stuff, I always see the Goldfish one pop up, but I never see this one pop up as much.
Maybe because it's so mainstream, maybe they like going for the slightly lesser known ones. Because I mean, this song's been in like movies and stuff.
What was it? Somebody said earlier it was like in Looney Tunes Back in Action.
Yeah, Kyle said it was in Looney Tunes.
I wouldn't know anything about
Yeah.
that.
And
That's pretty amazing.
I swear I've heard this song in like a car commercial in the last couple of years too.
It's in Trolls.
Oh yeah, that's
true.
right. Yeah, they do a remix of it with a Justice song, and that sold me on the movie.
I like all the happy faces.
Oof.
Yeah. And then there's the bit where they actually turn into like their real life counterparts, like they're all like pixelated.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so weird since that stands out from the rest. That's how simplified Atari graphics.
Yeah.
I like the part where all the little stick figures come together and dance.
Yeah.
I like the first one where it's the dude dancing and the stick guy comes up and is like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And then he just starts dancing.
Yeah.
I like the duck with the glasses and he looks at the screen. He goes, "Oh!"
But Dustin, they're getting naked.
Yeah, that was the instruction. It said "get naked" on the screen, and then
Yeah.
Why is the duck so flabbergasted?
Because
they were getting naked.
naked.
Yeah, but it
Public
shouldn't be
indecency is a
surprising.
crime, Dustin.
Well, they were told to.
Yeah, that's true.
I guess you gotta obey the sign.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this video is I'm pretty sure I've talked about it on the podcast before, but like way back, like probably a decade ago, like I used to do like a lot of live streams of stuff, and whenever we get done watching movies and cartoons, Dustin knows that was how we met.
I know, all right.
we used to play a lot of music videos on our channels, and so this is one that got a lot of play on mine.
It's a
Hell
good
yeah.
one.
So it's like very nostalgic for me in that particular way too.
Yeah.
It's very minimalist in the best possible way.
Though not as minimalist as some of my other choices, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah, that's true.
And I probably should have said this ahead of time, but I'll be posting a link to a big playlist of all the videos we're talking about today, as well as all the other videos we've talked about in previous music video episodes. So if you want to follow along with us, you can do that.
You can sing along to the songs if you want.
Yeah, there you go. Put it on the background, because if I do this, YouTube will flag it.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Also,
Dude, the last time we did this, I just tried to put the music videos with no sound on in the background for reference, and it got flagged immediately.
Oh boy.
that's too bad.
Do you have a strike on your channel because of that, or?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay, that's good then.
Believe me,
Yeah,
I get copyright strikes all the flipping time.
That's just
But-
what happens when you run a cartoon podcast.
Yeah.
That's true. That's why we can't do video on this channel.
Them's the breaks, folks at home.
Yeah.
So whose turn is it now, JD or Kyle?
Kyle, go, Kyle.
JD wants to laugh.
I don't want to fucking talk. I'm on this podcast so I can just sit and listen.
Kyle, it's an audio podcast. You have to talk.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Maybe come over there.
Anyways,
The 1,000 miles that's between us.
Kyle, JD is gonna rip out your throat like you did to me.
oof.
No, you
I
put it back though.
I put it back.
JD's a fucking psychopath, and he will come for you.
A twisted fucking cycle.
Look, I didn't want to out JD in public like this, but he's a flipping maniac. He will go bananas and rip your throat out of your face.
I killed before, and I'll kill again.
That's true.
And
Kyle, come on, let's do this.
anyways, yeah, I guess I'll talk about the Beckermat Biana song.
Good video.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the one with the dog.
The dog. The dog
It does
drives
have a
his little
dog.
car.
It's my favorite Family Guy
Yeah, I
character,
don't know.
Brian Griffin.
I don't know. I think I found this on
There's not a
4chan.
whole lot to it.
No, I found it on. I don't remember if it was a You Groove You Lose thing or if it was just on an animated
Groove
music
You
video
Lose.
thing. That's how I found my music.
It's
I love
very
those
neat.
threads. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, I dig the song. I have it on my iPod myself, but
It's neat.
even though it's not really animated, it's like the background moves. But
I mean,
really
his,
like
his, his little ears flap in the wind, don't they?
It's a very simple idea, but it works.
Yeah, and I mean the
Yeah.
first 30 seconds of it are animated enough to count for the rest of the video.
Yeah.
yeah.
And
But yeah, as far as the concept for it, it is really interesting. I don't think I've seen a video that was like, it kind of reminded me of sometimes when artists or bands release their songs that they don't necessarily do a music video or a lyric video. They'll just do a sort of like
It's kind of just like an animated background or something.
yeah, like a visualizer video or something. And this is kind of
Right.
the vibe this one gave me. But it's really interesting to see just like it's just a really fucking tall panoramic like art, and it's just
Mhm.
scrolling up, and it's really cool to see.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I did like a freelance animation job for a while, a couple years ago, and we had an artist like just wanted like kind of like a video like this where it was just like a highway just driving closer and closer to a city. It's like signs and like street lights pass by and come towards the screen and stuff, and it's just the music playing with that. So it kind of reminded me of this video kind of reminded me of that a little bit. But I would totally say this is animated. I mean, the background changes periodically to different scenery. I mean, you got the bit in the beginning, the dog's driving his little car in the corner of the screen. I mean, I'd totally say this is an animated music video.
Yeah, don't sell yourself short on your music videos.
I dig it. It's cool. It has, I don't know, it builds a little world that you're like kind of interested in. I don't know if you guys
Yeah.
noticed there's like a lot of taco references. There's like tacos everywhere in the city.
I do like tacos.
I don't know
What
that
is-
I noticed that. No.
What is
Um,
this?
the very-
Invader Zim?
Yeah. The very first thing you see is a floating taco on like a building. But no, I like
Oh, okay.
when the music, I don't really know the fucking terms, but when the music drops, the like lights pop up and then they start moving around with the music, and fucking love it. It's awesome. I don't know. It's simple.
Yeah,
but it
it's
gets
cool.
me, man.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a good choice.
That's all I got,
Sometimes
bro.
less is more. He likes when the dog drives the car. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
We can all relate.
It's very
Yeah.
chill and relaxing. I like it.
Like I said earlier.
I also drive cars.
Like I said earlier, it reminds me of the end credits or the beginning of Wario Land 4, where he's in his purple car driving. It's fucking great.
Yeah, totally.
Someone make a video game of Dogman.
I think every music video that
It's pronounced Dogman.
Lance Dogman.
I think every music video that guy does has that dog in it.
Yeah.
That's his little mascot.
Oh, I'll
I
need to
love
watch
it.
more of them.
That's cool.
Anyways,
It's like a little interconnecting story.
yeah,
Of Dogman.
Yeah, of Lance Dogman. Now
Oh,
it's
nice.
JD's turn.
I like it. Yeah. Let's see. Let's talk about the White Stripes. Their video for "Fell in Love with a Girl." I've seen before. And I always enjoy like Lego animation. Especially when people get weird with it. And this one kind of gets weird with it in the sense that rather than like using minifigures or anything, it's literally just all bricks, and they like construct the band out of like really simple like I don't know how to exactly describe it. Just like the weird interesting ways they're able to play with the Legos to kind of visualize the song. I always thought was kind of interesting. The song, I keep forgetting how short this song is.
Yeah, trust me, I
Less
know.
than 2 minutes.
I used to be in a cover band, and this was a song that we played, and actually a song on this one, and yeah, it goes by just so quick.
Yeah.
But like but like you have to put so much energy into playing this one. Like it's White Stripes is very sort of I don't want to say that they're very minimalist, but I mean, this song only has guitar, drums, and vocals. It doesn't even have bass, doesn't have keyboards, doesn't have anything else. It's just very, I don't want to say it's like the caveman. It's not like caveman music or something, but it's just very raw energy. It's kind of
what Fred Flintstone would play.
Yeah. Yeah, no, God, I think I remember when this video like debuted. I think like I was getting ready to go to school like one morning, and like MTV like debuted or just something. I was just and very much in the same way that like watching Clint Eastwood for the first time would just kind of like blew me away. Like seeing this, like I'd seen some stop motion stuff before, obviously, like other movies and stuff, but this looked so unlike. And, like I didn't even realize it was stop motion at the time. I just thought it was like. In retrospect, like I'm assuming they kind of did like a rotoscope type thing here. They probably shot footage and then like kind of overlaid like the Legos and kind of like try to do like or probably like pixelated the footage to see like exactly how like the blocks and stuff they would need to use. Like I'm sure there's people out there that have done similar videos since then, but like this one's always been like a very unique one.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's just the quality of the video that they have up or if it actually is, but I kind of like it that the Legos almost look used. Like it doesn't like look fresh out of the box Legos. It has some kind of dirt to it. And again, I don't know if that's because like the video wasn't like very high quality or what, but I just kind of like the aesthetic, or maybe it's just the lighting they used for it.
It adds to it.
I think Jack White definitely kind of strikes me as the type of person that would use like reuse like older, because I mean like I've seen documentaries and stuff on him where he's just very sort of like maybe not worldly, it's not the word, but he's just he kind of lives in this space of like used sort of broken in, like I guess is sort of the word I'm thinking of. Like
that's a good term for it.
Yeah, and I also like it very minimal on color, because it like this entire video is either black, white, red, or yellow. And it helps that like obviously like Lego
blue.
like they're all solid colors, but it like Legos come in all colors, but the fact that they like, okay, we're only using these 4 colors in this entire video, I thought was.
If I so much as see another color of Lego, I'm going to flip out.
Yeah, but when you buy a bucket of Legos back in the 90s, that was the only colors that you could pick.
I had a very colorful bucket of Legos. I had like greens and blues and stuff in there.
Your experience is not universal, JD.
It's true. I'm a very privileged white person with my fancy white Legos.
I remember getting buckets there. It was mostly like red, white, blue, red, yellow.
Yeah.
And that's it. And then
those are all the colors of the American flag.
Plants.
Yeah.
Red, white, blue, black, yellow.
The green pieces were for like plants and like other shit like that. But it's not like today where you could get Bionicles and fucking play the All-American Rejects.
Which we were saying you should have fucking chosen, but we only remembered that until after the fact.
I mean, dude, if you want to talk about how Legos have changed, I'm literally looking at a Lego International Space Station I built last weekend that's sitting on my desk here.
Why is it sitting on your desk? It should be like hoisted up, like floating in your apartment.
Because it came with a nice little stand.
But it's a space station, JD. It's got to be suspended in the air.
I'm not putting holes in my ceiling to suspend this Lego thing.
You're not bringing
my security deposit back.
You're not bringing 100%. I think.
No, and all my Overwatch Legos are downstairs in the basement.
You're at like a 65% until you put that hole in your ceiling.
We need you at a 69%, JD.
Yeah.
Nice.
That'll be nice.
But yeah, that was I like that video.
I also like that video.
It's a good one.
I was gonna say it's. I think all of us have one video that I'm surprised hasn't been brought up yet before. on a
Yeah, I
different
think so.
I
And
won't.
in Kyle's case, there's a video that I love the song. You didn't realize it had a music video too. But we'll get to that in good time.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
Dustin's turn.
Yeah, Dustin, it's your turn again.
Oh, back to me, huh?
Yes, sir.
Back to me. Well, let's see. Let's take a look at my list here. How about we talk about Junk City by Lou Kelly?
I don't feel like it.
Okay,
Are
moving
you
on.
talking about short songs with the fucking White Stripes one? This one's like a minute and a half.
Right?
Yeah.
I thought,
So-
I honestly felt like this was like an intro to like someone's short film.
Yeah, so this is a very short video. I didn't bring it up for the song. The main reason I brought it up was because I'm a big fan of the artist's work.
I thought you were going to say you're a big fan of giant asses.
Well, I mean, that's... Okay.
When your video starts with a giant ass.
Listen here,
Don't
Mr.
go up.
Listen here, Mr. Weisenheimer. No, but so the guys, the singer for the video for the song is Lou Kelly, who I know nothing about. I know nothing else from him. The only reason I found this video was because of the guy who animated it, whose name is I'm probably going to mispronounce this. I'm so sorry, guy, and anyone else who's listening to this with their ears. Waldemar Schur.
Sure.
He does a lot of really cool animated stuff. You can find he has a website and a Twitter and stuff where you can find his cool stuff. I really like his art style. It's very unique. He made a whole animated short not the other day, but like last year, I think, called Savage Death Valley. And it's very fun. The guy is like a master of like mixed media. He mixes 2D animation, stop motion, puppets, all sorts of crazy stuff. Live action, it's awesome. It's crazy. It's absolutely bonkers bananas.
I'll have to take a look at that because I didn't pick any videos from this specific artist, but you just kind of outlining kind of like all the mixed media stuff he does. But I know you guys have covered, and you didn't cover his video, but you did cover a video of one of his songs, like a fan video. But it was a Jack Stauber Buttercup. But Jack Stauber like also kind of does like a lot of that same sort of mixed media, like live action, claymation, puppets, that sort of thing. So. That's definitely I'll definitely have to look that up because I'm definitely into that.
Jack Stauber Buttercup. I don't think I've seen. I'll have to see that. I'm looking at it right now in Google Images, and it's very cool looking.
The one with the wrestler.
Yeah, so that one's like a fan video, I think. Yeah, but I mean Jack Stauber's actual stuff that he's done. But anyway, yeah. But that's a whole nother thing about this video. Yeah, no, it's just very. It's a very psychedelic. Maybe not quite psychedelic is not the word, but it's just like it's
intense.
It's very intense, yeah. And
for its 1 minute and 36 second length.
It kind of makes me think like in an alternate universe instead of the artists that they got for this. It's just like based on content alone and some of the designs, I feel like this is something that you would have seen like Spumco do back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that. Kind of has kind of similar colors too.
Yeah.
I like the guy's style. I like how he draws cute ladies.
Ladies is cute.
There really isn't a whole lot to say about this video other than I like it and I like the guy's other stuff.
Yeah, and that's fair.
Look him up, everybody watching.
It was a very interesting watch. I'll give it that.
Yeah, it's not the kind of song I would put on my phone to listen to all the time.
No, that's what I was saying when we were watching it.
How did you describe it? It was like evil?
There's been a rise, an uptick in the fucked up and evil genre of music.
Fucked up
in this
and
one,
evil.
Yeah. And this one's a definite front runner for that genre.
Those are strong descriptors. Yeah, I mean, everyone out there, go ahead and watch it. It's 1 minute and 36 seconds. What have you got to lose?
Yeah, just like watch it while you're on the toilet or something.
You would lose 1 minute and 30 seconds.
That's true.
Not if you multitask.
If you're on your deathbed and you're like, shit, I wish I had a minute more.
Going to watch Junk City by Lou Kelly. Oh, I love when he's smoking the crack. I love when the eyeballs explode.
Jesus.
Yeah, not for the faint of heart, but this guy does amazing stuff. I'm a massive, massive fan. More like you don't even have to watch this video if you don't want, but look up Savage Death Valley because it's very awesome, and it's a much better representation of his mixed media skills. It's super cool. It's 20 minutes, so it's a little longer than this one.
Well, that sounds like something I want to check out.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say about it. The guy makes cool stuff.
All right.
All right.
Let's move on.
Get it going, Matt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
let's see.
us.
Let's talk about "Running Up That Hill" by Meg Myers.
Hey, running up that hill, you know what I'm saying?
So I want to say, Matt, I've been listening to this song, not of my own free will, but I listen to the alternative station here in where I live, and for like the last year, they've been playing this song, which it's a good song. I've just like heard it a lot.
I really love the original Kate Bush "Running Up That Hill." So
Yeah.
yeah. So when I heard this cover of it, because I mean, like the
said Bush.
the Kate Bush version is just it's very good, but like this one is sort of like musically it just feels like it's an updated version. It doesn't do like anything too new with like how they, because you know typically you get like, you know, two classes of like cover songs. You've got ones that either do it pretty straight up, or you got ones that kind of take it in a completely different direction.
You've got ones that try to, you know, add something new to it, and then you have Weezer's cover of Toto.
Right. Well, it's specifically for this, there's this version, like the Meg Myers cover of "Running Up That Hill," and then there's like the other really popular cover of "Running Up That Hill," which is by the band Placebo, and that one's like really different. That's a more kind of somber take on it, kind of like how Johnny Cash did a Nine Inch Nails song. It kind of turned it like, and I mean both those songs are somber, but I mean one just does it in a very kind of different style. But anyway, that's just the content of the actual song. Like the song is great, but the video is very interesting just because I feel like you don't see like there's some examples of it like from the stuff that we've picked here, like the White Stripes one I was saying like is potentially like rotoscoped, like, you know, but this one is like absolutely rotoscoped, like. And they actually have like a little thing like in the very beginning of the video saying like, you know, this entire video has been colored by like 3,000 kids or something like that.
Well,
the way that they did.
Yeah, that was what I thought was interesting, is that like they rotoscoped Meg Myers and like into like a, you know, a inked, you know, kind of cartoony but also rotoscope version of herself. But I like that basically they printed them out to be coloring book pages for these kids. Yeah. So each frame is colored differently. So colors are just flashing differently and wildly from each frame. And I'm glad that they have that photosensitivity warning at the end, at the beginning, because I could definitely see some people
yeah, totally
having some issues with this.
These children's drawings will kill you.
Yeah,
it's possible. Yeah.
It's just I haven't really seen any video like this, just in that same regard, where like I think it's the concept of getting like thousands and thousands of children to like collaborate on your music video, like, and to do it in a way that is like styled after like a coloring book. So I mean, like, you know, aside from the rotoscope bit of her, like everything else in the video as far as like the props and stuff, they're all like very much styled after like, you know, very simplistic sort of like. And there was a cool like behind the scenes video for this, like where you can see the footage that they shot that they rotoscoped after. And it's just really neat to see kind of like the process they went through. But like you can just go through this whole video and pause at any moment, and you can like just, you know, see like, you know, it's every single frame is individually colored. So, you know, there's like bits in there where like, you know, kids will like draw Meg Myers like face up to look like a little kitty cat, or like, you know, they're like writing these words that you know barely decipher before it's already off the screen. Like, you know, it's just it's packed with like so much information, and yet none of it is complex. So it's just it's very Yeah,
And
it's trippy.
And I enjoyed that they like gave the kids like creative freedom. It's like there was like no one frame is like the other. Like none of it's uniform. They're like they just give them a blank canvas with the lines on it. It's like just color this however the hell you guys feel like. And I feel like you get a lot of creative stuff. I the part of it that I really liked, and I would want to go freeze frame it, is towards the end of the video when they're zooming out through space. The kids, I saw the kids like drawing like aliens and spacemen like off to the side, just because it's like you got all that void space, might as well do something with it.
Yeah.
I just thought I thought that was cute.
They were able to get very creative.
Yeah.
And there's just something about like, and that's the thing too, is that involving children in your project, and they have such a very their sort of creative vision is, their creative vision is so like not uniform, that within like, you know, more developed like brains and stuff. So
it's very unfiltered.
Yes, exactly. That's the word.
And honestly, there are many days where I wish I could still have that unfiltered, like I'm just gonna draw whatever the fuck comes into my brain, and I don't care what it is. It's just I need to get it down, or I just doodling or whatever like that. I wish I still had that kind of like just unfiltered, unbridled, like
Oof.
I'm just gonna do this because I like to.
Totally.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
now I'm a jaded adult.
I think it would have been more authentic to a coloring book if every few frames or so it was like a maze. Can you help her get up the hill? Can you find all the words in this word search?
Oh my god.
For like a single frame
activity.
It would have been fun if they had kind of leaned more into, like, aside from kind of patterning the environments and stuff after the coloring books, if they would have like gone in there with like little bits of narration like underneath the screen and stuff, or like did stuff like like with the mazes, or kind of like the connect the dots stuff, or stickers and stuff. That would have been neat too.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
I feel like as is, it's like just a very just very neat video.
Yeah, you can't really complain about the things it didn't do creatively when it's already a very creative video.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if you contributed to it? Be like, oh yeah, if you pause at 126, you could see.
There I am, Gary. There I am.
Yeah.
On the cover of a magazine.
At first, I thought you were going to say, "Can you imagine contributing to society?" And I was going to say, "Nope."
How cringy.
Oof.
That's pretty.
Wants to do that.
That's going to be a yikes from me.
Dog. All right.
That wasn't very Gucci.
It wasn't very cash money of you.
What?
I'm disappointed in all of you right now.
No, we're bringing our A game today. What are you talking about?
Anyway, Kyle, it's your turn again.
I don't remember what I picked.
Do you want me to pick one for you?
Let's do the monkey one.
The monkey one.
I think it was called All Right by
Stuck in the Town.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
It
was.
I want to say I walked away from this video saying I'd watch that show.
I'd watch a show like that.
Yeah,
I'd watch that Netflix series.
It was cool. I don't know if there's like bullshit attached to it or not, but it seemed like it was a Journey to the West kind of thing.
Yeah, like with the main character having the sort of like the monkey powers and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, this is the one with the guy with the mustache too, the Dr. Robotnik looking ass guy.
Yeah.
I like him.
Yeah.
If Robotnik had a beard.
Yeah.
And was 2 feet tall.
That's the premise of the whole video. What if Robotnik had a beard?
Well, he had a gorilla would punch a hole through him, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we know.
Fuck out of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I dug it. It's apparently a French band. We all know how I like them.
You know how much you like your French.
Yeah, No, I like it. Character design was pretty fun. I like big
Yeah.
robot apes. That's pretty
I
neat.
agree. The animation for it's very good. I'm surprised I never heard of this before, considering how good the animation and designs are.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It
Yeah,
seems like something you'd see a lot more.
and just kind of, I guess, in the 3 minutes, it has a lot of world building where you're like, oh shit, this is kind of neat. Kind of want to
That's
explore
true.
more into this.
Yeah, that's kind of like I was kind of feeling, like I said, coming out, like I would watch, like this seems like it's like a scene from a show that exists, and like I'd watch that if it was a thing.
Oh, like it's like a fucking AMV.
Yeah, kind of.
It kind of has that vibe.
I hadn't heard about it until
Maybe not in that.
Oh, go on. Your thoughts are more important than mine.
My thought was finished.
Oh.
Go.
Oh, okay. Anybody else? All right, let me go on.
Everybody, just let Kyle go.
Go into the light.
Anyways,
Kyle has a lot to say about this music video, and we keep interrupting him, saying
Yeah.
what we're saying. We're talking over Kyle. We have to let Kyle say what he thinks of the video. Go ahead, Kyle. Tell us your thoughts on this music video.
interrupting cow.
Everyone listen up. Everyone listen up to this.
Shut up. Let him talk.
Yeah, I hadn't heard about this until maybe a week ago, and I don't know if it's something I would put on my iPod either. It sounded alright.
It's more the animation you
Yeah,
picked it for.
sadly, it's more on the animation side than the music side, but no, it was a fun time.
I do dig the song though too. It's kind of it reminds me a lot of like mid to late 2000s kind of like maybe not pop punk's not the thing I'm thinking of, but kind of bands like a Yellow Card or like Block Party or something. That kind of reminds me of that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. There's not much to say. I liked it. It was fun.
I like the big gorilla.
And
Yeah.
his brain helmet.
Oh my
Mojo
god,
Jojo.
he is just fucking Mojo Jojo, isn't he?
Yeah, and he got his
Oh
eyeball
shit, I didn't even like fucking
He's-
put that together.
He's one of the gorillas from the movie.
Yeah.
He's Mojo Tango.
Is that his name? I couldn't even remember that.
Have you guys done an episode about the Powerpuff Girls movie yet?
I don't think so.
We
do that
did
sometime?
we did a retrospective on the whole damn series, but we could do
Yeah.
one on the movie. I'd be down.
Cool.
Should get Greg on that.
Yeah,
He worked on the movie stuff.
that's right.
Yeah, he did work on that. Go listen to our Greg Colton interview. That was a good show.
Yeah, that's like one of our favorite episodes we've done.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. We were all there for it, and we all brought our A game.
Especially
Again,
Dustin.
Dustin was in the corner.
I
He
feel
was-
like
He was
I
feeding
feel
me
like
all my
I-
information.
yeah, I feel like I brought a little more than you guys, but that's okay. I won't hold it against you.
Dustin was sitting in the corner, giggling and clapping to himself.
Yeah, I was clapping, whistling. I was lifting my legs and kicking around. I was spinning in my little wheelie chair.
I looked at him and I said, "That's him in the corner. That's him in the spotlight."
Losing something.
Losing my temper.
Let's go to the
Okay.
next thing. This was all monkeys.
Hey, JD.
Monkeys.
Monkey.
So I'm gonna just say I unironically still like Linkin Park.
Ooh, ouch.
Not
Yeah, you're gonna say that?
No,
So
no,
I-
no,
say
no.
that on the
I'm gonna go to
podcast?
bat. I'm gonna go to bat for JD. If I
Thank
can.
you. Now I will say I have not listened to anything past Minutes to Midnight.
Oh well, now you lost me because
I haven't listened to the new stuff.
Meteora, JD.
What?
I said I can't go to bat for you because I haven't listened to anything past Meteora.
Okay. I still maintain Meteor as probably the best one of the ones I've listened to.
I've always been more of a hybrid theory man myself, or Reanimation. Those are both good.
Just can't win. But Breaking the Habit, I think off Meteora, has an animated music video. And it really reminds me of like that grungy late 90s MTV kind of animation. It's a real dirty, sketchy video.
It feels kind of anime-like to me. Like it kind
It's
of feels
very
like
it's very anime-like. I mean, it's even got like a lot of like Japanese imagery in the background and everything, but it definitely has an anime influence on it.
yeah.
I do have a funny relation to this song specifically because back in the early days of the internet, I used to be part of a website collective called Inverted Pixel Studios, and the owner of that website was a dude named Eugene Chu. He used to do a series called Ego City, and on Newgrounds, he did a music video for the same song, Breaking the Habit.
Mhm.
And it became so popular that somebody on 4chan made like a spoof of it. And you know how like on 4chan there's like the little tabs where like they keep like there's the flashboard, but then there's also like a specific page where they keep like flash animations specifically related to 4chan, like, you know, like a Hall of Fame type thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that video was like, I haven't been on 4chan in years, but I remember back in the day that used to be like on there. And so I found out about the spoof video because the dude like got so pissy about his music video being spoofed, but then like I went to go watch it, and that was how I discovered 4chan back in the day. So inadvertently, Linkin Park introduced me to the horrors of 4chan.
One thing led to another.
Yeah.
I have no strong feelings one way or the other on Linkin Park.
And that's fine.
I haven't heard enough of them to have an opinion.
I just my Pandora is mostly just a lot of like 90s alt rock and a bunch of like a lot of emo skater music from the early 2000s.
Sure.
So Linkin Park kind of gets thrown into that shuffle every now and then.
He was a skater boy. She said, "See you later, boy."
I don't think I have any Avril Lavigne in there. I never actually. I know I've been aware of this music video before because I feel like when I started watching it again, a lot of the visual style like kind of flooded back to me a little bit. But I'd never like sat down and watched it before. And kind of on a somber note about this video is it's weird watching it now. Because in the video, the lead singer of the band like is animated, and it shows kind of in reverse, him like falling off a building and like dying.
Yeah.
I find that a little weird now because
Retrospect.
In retrospect, because back in 2017, the lead singer of Linkin Park, committed suicide.
Yeah, we actually just passed the 3rd anniversary of that. That was like 7 days ago. Like,
yeah.
I really did. When I found out about that, I took it pretty hard. Just because Linkin Park was so like those first 2-3 albums, they were so integral to like my kind of childhood listening that like I really looked up to Chester's vocal styles like being a big like influence. So
yes. So when I just the last couple hours, I was looking up like what they've been up to right now, and obviously they've been on hiatus since Chester died. But I think they said they're working on new music right now, and I honestly can't see. I'm curious to see how they pull it off because his vocals are so integral to their sound.
Yeah, and it's not totally unheard of for a band to go on without their lead singer who's passed, but it's just not often that you get something that is as quality as the original work. But it's been done before. Like one of my favorite bands, Allison Chains, their lead singer Lane Staley died like in 2002, and they put out a new album like earlier in the next decade, and they did it with a new singer. And honestly, I think it's just on par with like some of the older stuff. Like it's not totally unheard of, but it is totally hard. It is definitely hard to kind of recreate like a lot of, and people have such like personal ties with like specific singers and music. I mean, God, you get people, and it's not even like a life or death issue. You get people that are always arguing about like what was the better version of Black Sabbath, like with Ozzy Osbourne or like Ronnie James Dio, or like what's it like with Van Halen, with like Sammy Hagar, or with Diamond David Lee Roth or something. It's just kind of like it's all about preference. So
right, yeah. So yeah, it was just like finally sitting down to watch this video and knowing what we know now. This video is kind of weird to watch.
It leaves a weird taste in your mouth now.
It does.
Yeah, a little bit.
But I do like the style it's going for, this really grungy, dirty animation style. Kind of like that early MTV kind of stuff, but also kind of anime influenced. It's just it's interesting. I guess it's the only way I can really put it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I still enjoy Linkin Park from time to time, and it sucks that Chester went out the way he did, but
Yeah, think about the good times.
Exactly. I still I don't really sing in public, but I will rock out to it in the car. To his vocals still. So
it's
kind of the way to kind of keep his memory or something like that.
Totally.
Yeah. But yeah. Dustin, why don't you lighten the mood with one of your picks?
Boy, will I ever? Because my next pick is "Hey" by Eat Liz. This is a very feel-good, happy music video.
This is the one with the frog.
This is the one with the giant frog.
This is the one that I said looked like a Jamster commercial.
Yeah. so it definitely has that weird early CGI, not like early CGI, but it's definitely
invoking that same sort of feeling. Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I'm not taking that away as like a negative or anything. I actually really do enjoy that too. It just reminded me of that very hard.
Yeah. So this music video is one of the first. It's not one of the first animated music videos I ever saw, but once YouTube started getting big, I think this is one of the first ones. Like when I made a playlist of animated music videos, this was one of the first ones on it. Yeah, I don't know much about the band, but it's a cool video. It's kind of weird and offbeat.
Offbeat's a good word for it.
Yeah, it's got, as far as like the designs and stuff, it kind of reminds me of like a or not really reminds me. It's more like you can definitely see like that like Tim Burton had an influence on whoever designed like the world and the characters of this.
There's two things that come to mind when I watch this music video. Oh, go. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say that it reminded me of Death Jr. The
yeah.
I've been in such a Death Jr. mood these past few days. I'm gonna play through them.
Now, sorry, hang on. Just because you mentioned Death Jr., because you were talking about like a Bionicle video earlier. There's a Death Jr. music video, but it's for MCR, right? It's for My Chemical Romance, I think.
That video is so bizarre. Everyone look up MTV video mods.
Yeah, I think what was it? Pan just did a video on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, this music video is very weird. I'm kind of struggling to think of what to really say about it. The main reason I brought it up is just because I have known about it for so long. I like the big frog. The big frog's cool.
Yeah, I mean, some of the other stuff you just brought, like you were saying that you had specific feelings about, not necessarily about like the video, right?
Yeah, it to me, the style of this video makes me think of two different things mashed together. I think of like, if you're at the mall, I know that's a concept that's not relevant to people these days.
Excuse me, I went to a mall yesterday.
Yeah, well, we all can't we don't have that luxury. Your experience is universal again, JD.
Yeah, we don't all have hazmat suits like you do.
Yeah, we don't got big old fucking bubbles everywhere.
Sorry, we can't walk into a cornfield and call it a mall.
Damn.
Oh, ouch.
No, you're going to keep riding. I've known Kyle for over 10 years. He's been riding that corn joke this entire time.
It still packs a punch.
It's always with the corn with this guy.
I've grown numb to it.
But it feels to me like the kind of music video that if you were to walk into a Hot Topic, there would be like a TV with this video playing on it.
Oh, for sure.
Totally. Yeah, it's got that certain vibe to it.
It does.
But not only that, it feels like something you would see. Do you guys remember Nicktoons Network back in the
Yeah.
day? It
Yeah.
feels like the kind of music video you would see like after a show, like between shows during commercials.
Yeah,
I could see that. Yeah.
I feel like if you combine those things together, you would get this very strange video. You guys remember when she cut the head off the fish?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was weird.
Crazy. That was nuts. I would never do that. I would never cut the head off of a fish.
Tell us the main narrative of what happened.
And no, that's okay.
You
I
know,
think
sometimes music videos, they don't necessarily have a plot, they just have a feeling.
You know what? I think it speaks for itself. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have that much else to say about it. It's just a cool video with some cool visual styling.
Yeah, it was definitely interesting.
I do like the song. I don't really know any other songs by them, but I do like it. I have it on my phone.
So it's a nice song. I also enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on.
Matt, it's your turn again.
Hey Matt, guess what? It's your turn.
Oh, geez, that was that kind of crept up on me.
Come on, Matt.
Oh no! Wait, no, hang
fast.
on. No, I'm panicking. Okay, let's talk about Okay, so I did cheat here a little bit, but my birthday did just pass, so I'm gonna call it as a bit of a favor.
Okay, everyone.
Matt, you've been
retweet
writing that for like at least a week by now.
Everyone gives Matt
it was my
retweets.
No, it was my birthday yesterday. Damn it!
But
I'm
you've
not
been
ready.
writing that like it's almost my birthday thing for a week now.
No.
Yeah, guess what? You have a whole
You've been
364
writing this
days until your birthday.
It's not
Yeah.
like it's my birthday every year, guys.
It doesn't
Anyway.
just come around at a certain time every year.
Anyway,
Kyle,
There's
what
the-
were you saying?
I was gonna say you've been writing this birthday thing since last year.
so the two videos I wanted to talk about here, because the reason why I picked them two is because they're so similar in like how they're done, and they're both by the same artist. Not the who created the video. It's just like the music.
Is it not the same musician?
No, they're both the same musician. I just don't know. I mean, well, anyway, the musician's Gigi D'Agostino. So one of the songs is called Blah Blah Blah, and the other song is called The Riddle, which is a cover of a Nick Kershaw song, also called The Riddle.
I love the riddle.
Yeah,
I downloaded that
I
one
really
right
liked
after.
Yeah, I like that one.
Mhm.
yeah. But like I said, both videos are very similar in like the aspect of like they share the same characters and the same sort of like minimalist line drawing style. Like the whole thing is not a line drawing because there are elements that aren't tied to like that being like one continuous line, but it is a thing that is present in both videos.
Was I the only one getting vague Vib Ribbon vibes off of this?
No, not at all.
absolutely. Like specifically blah blah blah, just because that's
Yeah.
like white on black. So
Right, yeah.
no, I love Vib Ribbon. But yeah, no, it's just I've always really enjoyed like the style of songs for both are so totally different too. Like, well, at least to me, but and that just has to do with like one being a cover. But I mean, I've heard the original, the Riddle as well, and like it's another one of those things like I was talking about with Running Up That Hill, where sometimes you get ones that are like very much like the original, and then ones that kind of do something different. This one's kind of like in the middle ground. Like there's enough there for it to be recognizable, but it does some things differently. But as far as the video goes, like, yeah, it's very simplistic, but it's very creative. Because a lot of the video is spent sort of like, kind of keeping in time with the BPM of the track. But then like you'll hit moments where like the animation will change, and like just for a split second, it'll catch you off guard. And then like you're watching the video more intently to see like what changes like in the next time it happens. And it's like a video where you have to like, it's trying to grab your attention in that specific way. But there are shots in there where like it'll flip the perspective to where like it's actually coming at you, or like, it's like rotating around. But again, it's like, it's all like done like with like the line drawing where they're trying to keep it like all on one like plane. And it's just a very interesting looking video. Like these two are the only ones that I've seen that kind of are like this. It's just
it was it was definitely interesting to see them animate with like just one continuous line. Obviously, so there's elements that break off from that line, but like for the most part, just seeing how these shapes interact, and they keep the character design like really simple, and it's just I'm always fascinated by what people can do creatively with the simplest elements.
Yeah.
And I think they do like everything that that they could think of with this kind of style that they went with, and I thought it was visually interesting.
Yeah, it's very cool. I like the little creatures.
I did too.
Yeah, there's Kyle's talking about how much he wanted floor barracudas.
Yeah, the itty bitty biters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kyle, we can still make that happen.
You just say the word.
Very much love that.
And both the videos end with the main character looking very stoic, but then like a giant elephant comes off from the side and like waves its trunk at him.
Yeah, not that you'd know that from the first one with all those recommended videos.
Okay,
so recommended videos and annotations have ruined music videos, we found, because they cover up so much of the information at the like last 30 seconds of a fucking video. It wasn't in every single case, but it was enough for it to be noticeable. Like, YouTube, please let us fucking turn those off or something. Like, it's mainly a problem like on browsers and on mobile. Like, I watch YouTube on my PlayStation. It's not PlayStation, on the Switch is not necessarily a problem, but like, yeah, it's for everything else.
Yeah.
How was I supposed to have known there was an elephant there?
Yeah.
YouTube, give me an option to turn off end cards. Like, come on now. Like I get it. They want people to click those links to follow through to something else, but like,
it's not like they have a whole sidebar full of related or like, interesting videos that you can follow after the fact.
Yeah,
already.
Like on the end of our YouTube videos, I put end cards to lead you to different videos or to different podcasts and stuff. But
for older material that's not for videos that are like a certain age on YouTube, they weren't tailor made for that in mind. So
right, yeah, they just did like a blanket, like, oh hey, put end cards on all of our videos, and we're not gonna like take into account like, hey, there's 30 seconds of animation. It is completely obscured by all these end cards.
I'm starting to think YouTube might not be the best platform out there.
Well, Justin, I think a lot of people
they'll take our podcast down.
I meant I love it. What I meant to say was that I love it.
We're up on fucking Apple Music and Spotify and shit now. We can shit talk YouTube all we want.
That's true.
It's true. YouTube. Most of our audio audience comes from Spotify now.
You hear that? You hear that, YouTube? I'm through with you.
We don't need you.
Go on, get out of here.
Don't let the podcast hit you on the way out.
I'm probably gonna watch YouTube.
I just want to say to my YouTube overlords, I'm not with these people.
Please don't demonetize us, even though we curse.
I don't monetize these videos.
That's not true. I've fucking brought up our videos and I've seen ads on them.
Okay, so let me rephrase this. I monetize them, but I get nothing from them. I think I got a 1 cent payment like 4 years after I started this channel.
Did they send you a check?
No, I don't. No, I just like it told. I got an email saying you earned 1 cent. I don't know where that 1 cent went. I just got an email about it once.
It probably cost them so much more just to like put the wheels in motion to get that cent into your bank account than it was to send a penny. Like,
right? Just throw it outside.
You're now overdrafted.
It'll find its way to me sometime.
99 cents.
Right? Ugh. Kyle, do you want to talk about another video?
Hey, Kyle, why don't you bring up your next music video?
Well, for this music video, I absolutely hate this music video.
Oh.
Really? Which one?
But it's my favorite song in the whole wide world. So I had to talk about it. It's MC Lars. This gigantic robot kills.
This gigantic
I love this.
robot
This is the video I mentioned earlier that I didn't realize had a video to it.
Yeah, I didn't either. Like, I'd known about the song, but
Oh, I've known for years.
No, I know. This is like your.
Well,
I remember you talking about it a long time ago. That was how I knew about it.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle, do you really hate this video?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's very great at all.
I really
like it.
enjoyed like the stop, like, because that's the thing, because you picked another video that was stop motion that we're going to talk about later, but this one is stop motion in a very much different way. It's got like that scrapbooking, like sort of like skate punk, like, you know, ska like thing going for it. And I really enjoyed it.
Well, I thought it was like an interesting choice because the whole song is about like this school kid building a giant robot to murder people.
And it's like doodles in a notebook.
Yeah, it's doodles and scrapbook paper all put together, and like, you know, shitty images you printed off of your computer, put into animation. I mean, at one point he has a transformer stomping around a city made of notebook paper.
It is actually, so a quick note, just because you talked about printing out like shitty images and taping them and stuff. I'm not sure if I'm the only one that did this, just because I've always had like a very complicated relationship with like putting stickers on anything, because I hate how permanent it is. So back when I was like in high school, middle school, like if I saw like cool stickers like at Hot Topic, like, you know, those fucking like I'm not sure what they're called, but they're like the rabbits with like the words and stuff on them, like from Hot Topic. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So like if I ever saw any of those, like I would find them online, like, and they'd be like really low res, and I'd print them out and I'd like use Scotch tape to put them on my notebooks, and like just so I could be like, okay, if I want to remove it later, I can. And then like, anyone else do that, or is it just me?
I mean, I printed off like, you know, video game and like anime shit to tape onto stuff, not Hot Topic stuff, but you know,
Right.
If you didn't know, JD was a huge weeb in high school.
Happy Bunny.
I've grown out of it now. I know better.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's bullshit. You have a whole podcast about Digimon, man.
I do.
You can't.
Yeah.
That's more nostalgic than being an active weeb. I don't really don't watch anime that much anymore.
Everyone go listen to Talking Mons. I'm not on that one, but I hear it's good.
I'm on it every episode. I just don't say it.
Again, sitting in the corner.
That's the one I don't sit in the corner for, because I don't know shit about Digimon.
We've had so many guest hosts on this show. Everyone is on every episode. You just don't hear them.
Yeah, the thing is, I always try to interject, but every time I open my mouth, JD looks over at me with a stern expression, as if to say, "Don't you say one word, or I'll come over there and chop your fingers off." So
he does like the cut throat.
Dustin,
like,
I'm not gonna chop your fingers off. I'm just gonna throw a shoe at you.
You guys can't see it right now, but he's doing this motion where he's like nodding his head and mouthing the words, "Yes, I am indeed going to chop your fingers off." After this podcast is done, say goodbye to your little fingies.
Sorry, we got off the trails a little bit.
Kyle,
I'll talk about your music video.
Yeah, why didn't you like the video?
I don't know. It's like, it's just the whole low budget thing. It's just, to me, I just see it as garbage.
It's too low budget.
I don't know.
You're making the most.
It's crappy
of what
on
they have.
purpose, but it's crappy.
I don't think
Like,
it's
it's
that
crappy
bad.
on purpose, and I get what they're trying to do, but it's like, I don't like it, man.
Okay,
And
that's
Hey, Kyle,
You're allowed
you know
to not
what?
like things.
Yeah, you're entitled to your
He
opinion,
also-
bro.
He also rips off that guy. Isn't his name like Don Hirschfeld or whatever?
Oh, Don Hertzfeldt?
Yeah, that guy.
Does he really? Or like, in what part of that video?
There's the part where he's like banging on the paper.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
That's
from
a cool.
Rejected.
That's a cool effect,
Yeah.
though. I don't mind. I'd rip him off too if I could.
Shit, we gotta talk about Don Hertzfeldt sometime on this show.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just never really cared for it. I'd rather listen to the music without watching the music video.
It's a pretty banging song.
That's a good
The song is definitely better than the video. I like the video, but the song itself is super good.
Yeah.
It's got the MC Bat Commander.
And Suburban Legends.
Having the Bat Commander do like backup vocals just for the chorus is like the best thing ever.
That's a neat
Absolutely.
idea. I like that a
Love
lot.
it. Yeah, I don't know. The part that did get me was they had the Statue of Liberty giving Bill Clinton a blowjob, and that was like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Oh, yeah.
But they specify it's a sausage.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
but that
fine.
was like, whoa, he went there.
It's okay.
Yeah, great shit. It's very 90s nostalgia if you want to say anything about it.
And I am all about that.
Yeah. It's all about them 90s nostalgias up in here.
Hell yeah.
I'm also
I
all
had to
about
explain
that.
to
I think we're finally getting past 80s nostalgia, and we're steering into
we're
90s now.
We're getting into
Oh, we've been there.
2000.
I feel like 90s nostalgia's been here for like a long
Yeah.
time. Yeah, we're kind of coming up on the 2000s nostalgia, I think. Which
Yeah.
is good. I feel
like
like
my nostalgia stops around like 2005.
Well, it's still half of the 2000s.
yeah, but
Half
the
of
older
it,
you
yeah.
get, the more that goalpost is going to keep moving.
Eh.
I had to explain to JD that the warehouse was a real place.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
right.
didn't. Well, because I don't live in California. Apparently,
I
that
don't
was
know
a
if that
local.
was a California thing.
I don't know. I'd
Was it?
never seen one. But I'd never seen one in my life, and I thought it was just talking about like a CD warehouse or something. And like apparently, the warehouse is a store. I learned something that day.
Kyle taught you a
Let's
little
look
lesson.
it up.
I don't live in SoCal, so I don't know these things. I live in
I'm not a
bumfuck
SoCal
nowhere,
boy.
Ohio.
Yeah, Dustin doesn't live here, and he knew.
I'm from Idaho.
Well, you're more closer to the West Coast than I am.
Hi, everyone. Hi from Idaho.
Now you know where we all live. Now you can come murder us.
You just have to stop by every house in Idaho.
It'll take you a while.
It says right here was an American retail store. It doesn't say like a Californian retail store.
Okay, well that maybe
American.
like. Okay, well maybe it was in California and like Oregon and Washington, maybe the West Coast.
And it's been around since the 70s. So what's your fucking excuse?
Guys, things are getting pretty heated here.
My excuse is them not building Ohio locations and me being like under the age of 10 when it would have been relevant.
Everyone in the audience, just go into the other room, grab your OJ, grab your orange juice and celery, and just go sit in the other room and tell mom and dad you're done fighting.
Can't imagine having orange juice and celery would be a great combo.
Oh, people put celery in tomato juice. I could see it doing orange juice.
Yeah.
Ants on a log.
Ants on a log is delicious. That's just great.
I was actually legitimately thinking the other day, like it had been like years since I had ants on a log, and it made me really want to make ants on a log.
The best childhood snack right here, man, was the cup of dirt. Get some chocolate pudding, some fucking gummy worms, and some Oreos.
Yeah, man.
I want
that was
some,
the best,
man.
man.
I know an ice cream place that'll give you that.
Hell yeah.
I think it's ice cream instead of pudding, but yeah, they'll give you like chocolate ice cream, Oreos, and gummy worms in a cup.
Same difference.
Close enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
Anyways, fuck this music video.
It's
love
cool.
this
It's a
song.
cool video, but
But I
yeah,
love
the
this
song's really good.
Yeah.
The song is great.
So speaking of California and West Coast, you guys want to talk about the Red Hot Chili Peppers for a second?
I
Not
guess we
really.
could.
Yeah.
I will say this now. I live in California. I was burnt out on the Chili Peppers a long time ago.
I'm sure you were.
I was going to ask you and Kyle, is this what California is really like with the video games?
Yeah.
Are you guys a low poly video game over there?
I rode a giant dragonfly.
You guys
to
looked a
work
lot
the
more
other day.
high res when I saw you.
There's a lot
What?
Yeah.
There's a lot of dragonflies and shark attacks, from what I remember.
Just a part of living in SoCal.
Yeah.
And then when an
So yeah,
when an earthquake hits, you fall into the center of the earth.
And then you hit a cube and you turn into a real boy.
Yeah.
yeah. I just the Chili Peppers are just played so much on the radio stations around here. It's just like, yeah, I know
Around
we
there,
get-
they're played all the time over here.
Everywhere.
Yeah, and if they're played a lot over
Literally
there, then
everywhere.
you know they're played a lot more over here.
Yeah. I like them. I like anytime
No,
they
I mean,
pop up
yeah,
on the radio.
yeah. Don't get me wrong. There are songs I mean, I liked the Chili Peppers as a kid. I'm just sort of lukewarm on them now, just because of how often it was.
Right.
And that's just something that happens to me with certain artists. Like there was a long time where I couldn't listen to Guns N' Roses either, just because of how frequently they're played. But I've kind of grew out of that. I mean, I'm fine with listening to them now. But I'm in the transitionary period on Red Hot Chili Peppers right now. I'm sure eventually I'll get over it, but right now I'm just like, if I could.
Well, I will say, I didn't want to pick. I didn't pick Californication because it's like my favorite Chili Pepper song. I mostly just because I looked up lists of animated music videos and this popped up, and I'm like, my God, this is horrendous. Late '90s CG. This is almost like reboot levels of atrocious CG.
No, what are you talking about? That looks great when he rides on the shark and flips into a car.
It's just and like for the time, it was. I'm not even gonna say good. I'm gonna say passable.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
For the time, it would have blown your tits off.
Yeah,
if I had any, but yes. But looking back on it now, it is sorely dated. But I think the absurdity they went with, just like having like this weird like Grand Theft Auto runner kind of
Crazy taxi
kind of vibe going on. I could do without the live action segments of the band members with their shirts off, but
you know what though? Like that was
them.
as far as like the actual video game bits, like when they have the cube up in the top left playing the live action footage and sort of rotating to the different members every now and then. I did enjoy that. I thought that was
fine,
pretty cool.
But when it goes full screen to the live band members and they're all tatted up and gross and with their shirts off, and I'm like, bruh, put a shirt on.
JD, don't ever watch the video for Give It Away then.
I don't plan to.
Hey,
so
I'm gonna
okay, good
put
to
that
know.
video
They were
away
younger.
now.
They could get away with it. Now they're all old.
They could get away with wearing socks on their cocks on their album covers.
So I was gonna say I don't enjoy when anyone is without their shirt on in a public space. The only time you can be without your shirt,
yourself.
yeah, like I don't go outside without a shirt on. Mostly because no one wants to see this.
Yikes! This guy over here, am I right?
Kyle, I have this thing called shame.
Did we mention that this video has the voice actor for Donnie from the Wild Thornberrys?
Oh
yeah,
it's Flea.
I keep forgetting Flea's.
He's the bassist for the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and he's like one of the greatest bassists of all time.
Fuck the other music videos. Let's just talk about the Wild Thornberrys.
Yeah.
God.
Let's talk about how wild those thornberries are.
I was flipping through, I think like Netflix the other day, and the Rugrats Go Wild popped up, and I'm like,
I like that movie.
Yeah, you just rewatched that recently, right? You were talking about
it's a gorgeous looking movie. The script is like all over the place. The story is like.
But what other movie is gonna have Spike have a dog voiced by fucking Bruce Willis?
Remember, he says, "You talking to me? Are you talking to me?"
I
have a question for you guys. Okay, so you're walking downtown. You walk down a dark alley, and you feel a shiver go down your little spine. A witch comes up to you and says, from now on, for the rest of your life, you can only listen to either Red Hot Chili Peppers or Green Day. Which one do you choose?
Green Day.
I would just shoot myself.
Red Hot Chili Peppers for me. I don't want to be an American idiot.
I just say Green Day because I know more lyrics to their songs.
Do you have the time
to listen to me one? We're gonna get content claimed. We clearly sound exactly like Billy Joe Armstrong. No, I was joking. I'm fine with both bands.
My secret identity revealed.
When I was in high school, I heard American Idiot so much that I could live my life without ever hearing that song ever again.
Yeah, I agree.
I own that CD in a box somewhere.
Good. You should.
I feel like
it shall forever stay.
I think it's in my basement.
I feel like if you listen to the radio, there's a 100% chance that some station will be playing either Red Hot Chili Peppers or Green Day at any time.
Dustin, the one radio station in town I listen to plays both of them on a daily basis.
Yeah,
I can't get away from hearing Californication or American Idiot at least once a day.
Look, you could turn on the radio and hear Radioactive at least once.
Yeah.
True.
Oh, Imagine Dragons.
Fun fact, did you know that song was written for the Spider-Man musical?
I didn't
Yes.
know that. And I don't...
Imagine Dragons as a band, as a concept, was formulated as a band to do the score for the Spider-Man musical.
And then they're like, we should keep doing this.
Yeah, and they just took it away from the music. They're like, let's just do a band. And then they did. And then we have to listen to Radioactive on the radio for like 10 years.
This is knowledge
Thanks,
I didn't know, and I don't think I needed to know, because now that's in my brain, and I have to live with that.
And it's in that endless pool of musical information. This is why I'm glad I finally got to do one of these, because I get to waste all my fucking brain space on useless facts.
If I ever get a time machine, I'm gonna have to kill Stan Lee, so Spider-Man never gets made, and Radioactive never gets made.
It's you.
But
who's
then
out,
somebody else
Bobby.
would just make Man Spider, and then it would just go through the whole process over and over again.
It's you who's out, Gobby. Out of your mind.
No one says no to me. Out, am I?
Are you in or are you out, Spider-Man?
I love that
We're
movie.
just gonna quote Willem Dafoe for the rest of the night.
I listen though. I could.
This music video really took us places. We got a lot of discussion out of it.
Here's what here's what I got to say about this music video. The Red Hot Chili Peppers have a song called "Breaking the Girl," and that's a very good song.
Okay.
That's my favorite Little Mermaid song.
All right. Sorry, my brain don't work. Dustin, why don't you go to your last pick?
Oh, my last pick.
I feel like I'm gonna wake up to ash and dust.
You wipe your brow and you slap your nuts.
Yeah.
I hate all of you.
Woo!
It's getting late, and this is going to go on for like an
We
hour and a
have
half.
fun here.
Yeah.
We
We
have
have
fun
fun.
here, you guys.
It's late for you. I'm 3 hours ahead of all of you.
We each got one more music video. Hang in there,
Yes.
everyone.
Dustin, let's hear it.
We're in the home stretch. Get it going.
So my last video was an odd choice because it's not. I mean, it is technically a music video, but it's not the kind you'd see on like MTV or anything. It's more like a little musical animated short.
I
Mysterious
liked it.
Moe's by Screen Novelties.
That's a bunch of puppets.
Yeah, it's great. It's Screen Novelties dabbles in stop motion puppets. They do amazing stuff.
Yeah, this I really dug this video.
If I had to describe this, I would say it was especially made for you. You in mind.
No, that same thought was kind of going through my head earlier. I was like especially the main puppet, the Mysterious Moe's guy. His design
Yeah.
is so cool. With like I think one of my urchin characters just like directly rips off his whole face.
Oh, shit, the janitor, right?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
has the same eyes and same nose.
It's such a strong design. I can see why you would.
It's so cool. And the whole video is cool looking. Like the silhouette of the house, just the way all the puppets look. The colors are super good. It's an old song. This song's been covered by, a billion people. It was in a Betty Boop cartoon. I don't know who it is who sings this version for this video. But that's not why I picked it. I picked it for how cool the video is.
Yeah, and it's got like a lot of different animation techniques going on, and it's got like that sort of like paper cutout shadow puppet, that type of stuff. It's got some stop motion in there. The stop motion specifically paired with this character design, it kind of reminded me of a lot of the shit. Why am I blanking on the name? Kind of like the old Christmas like stop motion.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Rankin Bass. That's what it is.
All their stuff kind of has that kind of feel to it. Have you guys seen those stop motion SpongeBob episodes?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did those. Screen Novelties did the stop motion and I'm not a big fan of where SpongeBob as a series is at right now, but those episodes are amazing.
Those kind of exist outside of the,
Yeah, they're more like little specials.
Yeah, and if they're totally
the same
done.
people?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
yeah, same
Is it-
company, Screen Novelties.
Was it the same people that did like the Chowder stuff?
Yeah, they did the
Oh,
Chowder.
okay.
Interesting.
All right.
I
They
thought,
also,
I thought it looked familiar. That's cool.
again, I mainly picked this video to talk about. Well, I mean, the video itself is super cool, but I also wanted to talk about all the other cool stuff they do. Yeah, they did those. They did that animated Elf special from a couple years ago, starring Bazangle. What Sheldon Cooper
Oh,
Bazoople.
yeah.
From the Big Bang Show.
Bazonga. Yeah.
Yeah, Botswana. And that was really cool. That looked super cool. Shit, I'm kind of blanking on other stuff they did, but you get it. They do really cool stuff. And
Yeah,
this
it's
video
neat to see
especially-
something like outside of unrelated to like a lot of like major series, kind of, or like network television. Because I mean, like the two things we mentioned, like Chowder and SpongeBob, like this is a thing that kind of stands on its own.
Yeah, I mean, this video is just something they just made and put up on YouTube. This wasn't like aired on TV or made for anything. They just said, "Hey, let's make a cool thing."
That
And
whole,
they certainly did.
With
Yeah.
whole concert scene, I'm like, holy shit, how many people are working on that?
yeah,
There's
the
so much
fucking
movement.
crazy monster designs.
Yeah. Well, there's like so much movement and stuff. I'm wondering how many puppeteers are working everything.
Yeah, that's like 15 different puppets all moving around at the same time.
Yeah.
It turns out they're real and alive. That's how they get them moving so well.
Well, the only puppets that are actually alive are the Muppets.
That's true. Yeah, again, there's not a whole lot else to say about it other than it's super cool. Everyone go watch it.
Heck yeah.
Yeah,
Give
look
me
up
your love.
Screen Novelties, Mysterious Moe's.
Yeah. They got a YouTube, they got a website with all sorts of stuff on it.
I dig it.
Me too, JD. Me too.
Good.
But I think that's it for Dustin's music videos. Why don't we move on to Matt's last one, I guess.
Yeah, my very last one. My very last pick is, I think, one of my favorite. It's definitely top like 10 of my favorite songs of all time. It's "Genius of Love" by the Tomtom Club.
I love this video.
This video is fantastic, but like the song itself, I'm just like enamored by. I have been ever since I was a kid. Tomtom Club, for anyone that isn't in the know, was the side project of Tina Weymouth, who was in or Tina Weymouth and her husband Chris France, and they were both members of the Talking Heads.
Oh,
And
okay.
so when the Talking Heads went under, they picked up Tomtom Club as kind of like their main project. So there's this song, Genius of Love, and I mean, God, I think Genius of Love might be like one of the most sampled songs of all time. Like as far, because like you hear this beat like in a lot of like hip-hop
I was about to say,
stuff.
yeah, I know I've heard this beat somewhere before.
Like the one most commonly known is the one that Mariah Carey did.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's probably where I've heard it.
Yeah. But yeah, the song is great. I know like pretty much everyone out there has probably heard it before. If you haven't, take a listen to it. But like the video itself is just, I don't even know how to describe it. Like I know it's evoking a certain artist, like that they were trying to emulate and stuff, but like it's just very. I guess abstract would be like the right word, because I mean there's like a lot of different like things that play in this video, like a lot of like kind of like comic panels and like just like iconography and stuff, and just like visual effects, sound effects like showing up on screen, like onomatopoeias and stuff, like, and just the colors and everything. It's just it's super cool. I can't really articulate my thoughts on it. It's just something that's it's a very special video and song to me.
You know what it kind of reminds me of? It kind of feels like a video you'd see on like Sesame Street or something.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, Dustin. I was gonna mention that it kind of has like early experimental Sesame Street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like it has good use of markers. It feels like when it came out.
Yeah,
Oh,
which
yeah.
would have been 1981, I believe.
It definitely feels like a late 70s, early 80s kind of animation.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Okay, so as far as the actual credits on this video, it was done by Rocky Morton and Annabelle Jankel. It was specifically based around the pop art of James Rizzi. So that's kind of what they're emulating here.
Okay.
Yeah, just for anyone out there that's interested in kind of researching it further, which I advise you do because it's just very cool. Also, that's just a fun little fact here. I'm reading on Wikipedia. Frank Zappa said this is his favorite music video of all time.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
So if you're getting that endorsement from Frank goddamn Zappa, you know you did a good job.
Yeah.
There you go.
So I was with this video up until the dog started talking. That's some satanic, demonic imagery. So
It was funny though because we were just talking about Rugrats Go Wild earlier, and the dog does look like Spike.
Yeah, that's Spike right there.
But it's not Bruce Willis.
I don't think Bruce Willis was very into his career in 1981.
He was Bruno. He was doing his singing career, I'm sure.
It's a very high concept music video. It puts you in the role of Eliza Thornberry, and you get to hear Spike talk.
Like 20 years before Thornberry's was a thing.
Like I said, it's pretty high concept.
You know, honestly though, like just because we're on the topic, like I'm kind of surprised there isn't a lot more like. I'm assuming they haven't just because I haven't really seen any, but Klasky Supo, you'd think that they would kind of like have a lot to do with like animated music videos and stuff, but it seems like they mostly stuck to like children's television.
I was thinking the same. You'd think their style would fit music videos pretty well.
Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, this is a cool video.
Yeah, very cool. I love the style of it. Very cool.
There is another video from Tomtom Club called Pleasure of Love, which is done in the same sort of style. So if you did enjoy this one, you go check that one out as well. I'm sure if we do another animated music video in the episode in the future, I'll probably talk about it there. But yeah, it's definitely that one's worth checking out as well. This one's more iconic because everyone knows this song, but the other one's cool too.
Mm-hmm.
Totally.
I'll have to look up the other one.
Yeah.
Well, Kyle, would you like to tell us about your last video here?
Sure, I guess.
Oh, I was expecting you to be more contrarian about it, but okay.
He's just giving up.
I'm just vibing over here.
Just vibing. Just new boot goofing.
Wink, wink.
Anyways, I guess what I'm going to do is a video from the Shins called The Rightful Spiral. It was all stop motion. It looked like it was all wooden puppets. It was fun.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Very cool looking video.
I like those character designs.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate any stop motion, content that goes out there because that's just like it's a very underappreciated medium.
Yeah,
just because it requires so much effort to do, but like anytime it's done, it's just like you could do it in so many different ways, and like this one is it very much invokes the feeling of the song that's underneath it.
Done very artsy, very classy.
It's one of those things again where you're like, man, I kind of wish there was more to this. You set up this whole fucking narrative for like a 2-minute thing, and you're just kind of like invested in it, like.
And that's it. So long,
man. Yeah. It's pretty neat about a little magician girl saves a rabbit from some evil men, and then evil men want him back.
Evil magicians.
Yeah. One of them has one eyeball.
Yeah.
And they pull like a string out of it.
Yeah. As you do.
Interesting. Yeah. I dug everything about this, and it's one of those things where I would expect to see a fucking 2-hour-long documentary on how they made it.
Yeah.
The Rifle Spiral explained.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really like the character design and like the puppet builds for this, and I can always stop and appreciate really well done stop motion.
Yeah.
I'm familiar with the Shins. I haven't really delved into their whole discography, but there are the big singles that I've heard like on the radio and stuff. But I had never heard this one before until I saw this video. But I did enjoy the song as well.
I only know one song.
Right.
I did too.
I know one, and it's this one.
I couldn't name a song.
You can name this one.
Is it?
Yeah, you can name this one now.
Oh, well, I guess. I had to fucking
Oh,
look
that's
it up,
true.
though. I'm gonna forget it as soon as I stop talking
Nah,
about
it'll
it.
come back to you later.
You'll be like, oh yeah, I like that song.
We had a video with
I'm
a
gonna
giant frog and a video about a
I'm
giant
gonna be
rabbit.
like, what's... Yeah. What was that video with that giant rabbit that vores that girl?
Oh yeah, they got totally bored.
Because she gets...
But then she comes out the other
gets
side, and
bored
it's
at the end,
fine.
and it's...
It was all a magic
Okay.
trick.
Yeah.
She said, I was all in this part. It's magic.
Was it all in our minds, or did it really happen? That's where they get you.
It was all a dream.
I think
Yeah,
the
she-
real magic was the videos that we watched along the way.
True. Yeah, at the end of the video, she shoots up from her bed and says, oh, Dios mío, what a nightmare.
Ay, Dios mío.
I was the rifle spiral all along.
Oh, I'm glad I can
It
just
was in
live a
us all
normal life.
along. Oh my god.
It's a very dark, dreary music video, but it's very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know if the music could be described as
Could be
as
cool
dark
or
and dreary.
dreary.
Was it?
Oh yeah, I just mean like the colors
Oh,
of the video.
yeah. I like.
It feels very. I kind of got Nine vibes. You guys remember that movie Nine?
You know what? I was going to specifically bring that up actually, because when you were talking about how, or when Kyle was talking about how it kind of like it builds up this entire world, and then like it just sort of like, oh, the video is over and that's done with. You kind of get like that same vibe, like, you know, oh, but like when they did the short film for Nine, and like that built up this whole world, and then everyone's like, oh man, I wish that was like a whole video, and then like they did a whole movie, and like no one went to go see it.
It was awful.
Unfortunately, I liked it. I thought it was
Oof.
great.
I haven't seen it in years. I saw it in theaters once, and I couldn't tell you what happened.
We'll do a. Hey, if you want
I
to
was-
see us do an episode about Nine, go in the comments and tell us.
We'll
All
do
two
it
of you- all two of you 9 thing.
99.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
Save the
gotta
date.
go back in time.
Or we gotta go forward in time.
Yeah, we'll do it 2099.
Because
Oh,
we'll
I
be
thought-
alive then.
I thought
Yeah.
we were gonna go back in time and steal the Dreamcast thunder, so people will remember 9999 as the day we reviewed 9 rather than the Dreamcast.
We're gonna view 9 10 years before it actually came out.
People be like, "What are they talking about?"
Also, what's a
It's-
podcast?
YouTube doesn't even exist. There's no fucking reason.
Subscribe to us on
I gotta-
SoundCloud, on Spotify.
I gotta distribute the podcast on cassette tapes.
Oh my God.
Meet us outside the recording studio.
The warehouse.
Well, I remember watching 9 and I was just like, wow, I didn't like this. I wanted to see it so bad, and then it was just like, oof. No, thank you.
I didn't like any of that.
I was
I
like,
need
check,
to see it.
please.
Check, please.
I haven't watched it since I saw it in the theater when it came out, so maybe it's just nostalgia, but I remember enjoying it.
Kyle saw it up on the big screen, and he couldn't stop saying 9, 9, 9.
Oh.
Oh my god.
It's no in German.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oof.
Now is when the comedy starts. Now
Oh,
is when the laughter begins.
It only took 2 hours.
We got there.
We're
Yeah.
nearly done, JD. Talk
yeah,
about your last
one
video.
last-
All right. I'll wrap us up here. So if anyone out there listening is a fan of Game Grumps, I'm sure you've already seen this video.
Who here isn't?
I mean, Mel and I watch Game Grumps every night. It's good background noise. But one of the Game Grumps, Danny, did vocals for this band Night Runner, and their song Magnum Bullets. And the team that did the animation for this, I thought was I don't know. I like the animation style for this. I don't know. It has the entire cast of characters in this is just a bunch of like anthropomorphic animals, with like a lot of cybernetic, augmentations, I guess. I like the song. It's definitely like very 80s inspired, which I think if you've listened
I think that's a fucking understatement.
Well, I was just gonna say, if you've listened to anything else Danny's put out, he definitely has an aesthetic for like 80s sound, which I think his voice is well
Suited for that.
Well suited for, yeah.
Yeah.
So anytime all these other bands get him to like guest on their songs, it's usually kind of an 80s inspired kind of tune. I do like a lot of the color choice they made for this, because a lot of it is like very neon glowy,
which it's kind of just like really associated with like 80s like aesthetic now, which is fine, like that's sort of that Miami sort of like,
yeah, it's very like an 80s cyberpunk kind of video, with all these like wolf, and like I like the main bad guy, which is like a deer, like a giant bulky deer, but his head is a hologram.
Yeah, that was really cool.
That was an interesting character choice. No, I just think it was an interesting video. It was kind of I thought it was an interesting strategy for them to put this video up on the main Game Grumps channel. And I think they probably did that in order to like get this band a little more exposure, and especially because one of their hosts was on the song. But I think it kind of helped maybe migrate some people over to that, like the band's other work. I haven't checked it out myself, but no, I thought this was a kind of a cool music video, and obviously it's an independent team of animators that put this together, and I can appreciate well done independent animation like that.
It's very well animated.
No, this looks like it's gonna have like a fucking like series on Netflix or something.
Yeah,
right?
It looks very professional.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think it's like called Knights of the Light Table or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I haven't had a chance to check out their other animations, but I definitely after rewatching this video again, I kind of want to go see what else they put out, because I definitely enjoyed their style on this.
Yeah, no, it's great. Like it's a treat for the eyes, just like, and the song is paired just very well with it too. They're just it's that specific like faux 80s vaporwave, or not necessarily vaporwave, but just like that neon aesthetic, like
right.
Yeah, it's just always like it's a cyberpunky like sort of stuff's like always really cool to look at.
Yeah. Well, I think that's 4 for everybody. So, this episode's been a bit of a marathon.
It's been a long one.
Well, it's the 200th episode. We had to have a blowout
episode celebration.
Yeah. Well, guys, I think we're gonna wrap up the episode here. And gentlemen, it has been an honor serving with you these 200-ish episodes over the last 5 years. And I was gonna make a joke about this is the last episode. Surprise! We're ending the podcast, but I'm too tired to make that joke.
We have to quit while we're ahead.
It's true. I gotta go out on top.
Yeah, we don't want to jump the shark.
You think you're on top?
I wallow in mediocrity, and
that's cringy, bro. And in front of everyone listening too.
Yeesh.
That's kind of my whole shtick, is just being that guy.
Somebody's
Somebody's got to be that guy, and I will bear that burden.
Don't worry, JD. We're here to bail you out.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Posting cringe on this Christian server.
Posting cringe on main. But yeah, thank you everybody for listening. If you've been a long time listener, or even if you're one of our new listeners, we definitely appreciate if you stick around with us and check out all of our episodes. And if as long as one person is still listening to this that isn't me, I'll still keep doing this show.
As long as one of you starts listening to this.
Yeah, that. If you've got any animated music videos that we haven't talked about, let us know on our Facebook, our Twitter, the YouTube video for this. And maybe we'll talk about it in a future episode because, we've done 4 of these episodes. I'm sure we'll do another one at some point in the future.
Yeah, on episode 300.
Every 100 episodes we'll do another music video. We just gotta get like another 2 years. Get there.
Let's just knock out a bunch. Let's just knock out 99 more, and then we'll just do the next music video episode next week.
Yeah, sure.
I'm sure we'll do it a lot sooner than episode 300.
I'm sure we'll probably do it the next year or so. It seems to be how we do it. But yeah, so thanks everybody for listening. Thank you guys for being here and sharing your music video tastes and whatnot. And I'm gonna go pass out now. So I hope everyone has a good time and staying safe from the virus and all that shit. And good night.
Good night, everybody.
Goodbye, everyone. Have a good time.
Thanks for listening to the Ink and Paint Club podcast. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter to keep up with the show. Join our Discord to chat with us, and subscribe to our Patreon for some cool bonuses. Links are in the description. We'll see you next time.